Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ballistic Beauties. This is Tamika, and I'm Jessica. And wow, it is Friday, June the 28th, 2024, the day after
the presidential election.
Wow. Now, you go.
So, this is the thing, Jessica's more political, I'm more apolitical, and it is really frustrating when there are things that are going on in the country that make people like me have to take notice and to talk about their opinions and things like that. I normally don't watch the presidential debates because it bores the heck out of me, but it was like watching Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And no one won. I mean, President Trump came out and he was vicious, and we definitely need a president that is vicious when it comes to our political enemies and things like that. So I give him great credit for that. But could any of them answer a question? Not one question was answered. Not one. I mean, January 6th, Charlottesville,
Abortion.
I mean, talking about healthcare and
Medicare.
Low income housing. But what frustrated the dookie out of me was how President Biden conflated low income loans or low income subsidies with people who are of color. Like, income and color are not necessarily the same thing. There are people who are white who are of low income and need help with daycare. They need help with healthcare. They need help getting loans to try to get their first home. That's the American dream.
Yes.
The American dream is to be able to buy a home at an affordable price and to be able to raise your family and
Safely.
And we want peace and safety. That's the part of the American dream, and the American dream, unfortunately, is eroding. So with that being said, there were no clear distinctive winners in a Rock'em Sock'em Robots political debate. It was political theater, and it was slightly insane. There were some parts that were hilarious. I was cracking up and texting my friend, not this one, texting my other friend, talking when Joe Biden said to President Trump that you have the morals of an alley cat. That was pretty hilarious, I have to say. I'm like, but so do you. So it's like these men were in a brawl on national TV. And one of them is an octogenarian. Is that what they call him?
Mm-hmm.
And,
in his 80s.
President Trump is not that far behind him.
No.
But, you could see the clear difference between someone who is mentally astute and someone who isn't. And although, I never said, Trump is not my president or anything like that. I support President Trump because of his policies, although his personality, I want him to just shut up sometimes and just take a win and do the policies. But, we basically got the Trump era of, when he was on that show, The Apprentice. It was like him as the apprentice, and he was going after the person who wasn't the apprentice. I mean, what were your thoughts on that?
Very long story, really, really short. I was not a conservative thinker. Okay, I registered in the middle because I wanted to participate in the process.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that it was important to participate.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to vote for people because they could play the saxophone, because they could, do a two-step like an ethnic person. And I voted for an individual who has the same genetic makeup as I did, because why don't I deserve my first female president in my lifetime?
Right.
I did. I fell
Right.
for that. I fell for that. But by the grace of God, I have a very gracious dear friend who, around 6 or 7 months after Charlottesville, got me the full presser of Charlottesville. And I had to repent, because the Lord's going to judge us for what we know, but he's also going to judge us for what we could have known. And I mean, that's debated.
That's debatable.
That's debatable. But the information is available out there to us. And we were given a brain for critical thinking.
True.
And I repented for my lack of questioning and critical thinking. Okay. I thought with my flesh. I thought with my skin. I thought with my ethnicity.
I thought with my vagina.
I did so too. And so when I saw that full presser, I had to repent, because the information was out there for me to research. I was being spoon-fed, and I was accepting. I wasn't questioning. So for me to be red-pilled, I am red-pilled. And I could say that I'm red-pilled a little too much, because I now understand how you cannot separate politics from business. You cannot separate politics from religion.
From your life either.
You can't separate it from buying a car, getting a car, obtaining a car, taking public transportation. It is ingrained in it's ingrained in how you buy your groceries. So those decisions, whether you think it does not affect you, it does have a trickle-down effect.
Yeah.
Okay. So by the time 2020 rolled around, I voted how I should have voted in 2016. I do believe I don't believe I don't agree with the 2020 results. Whatever, I can go on with my life. But I saw in the debates prior to the 2020 elections, there was something very similar. There was something in Joe Biden very similar to the elderly that I know who are diagnosed with mental
cognitive decline.
And I'm like, Lord, have mercy. How can people not see this? Okay. 3 to 6 months after he was
sworn in, maybe.
I've been saying every few weeks I would put it on my social media page, elder abuse. I've been screaming elder abuse for a very long time, to the point that people were calling me crazy. And then I had to switch my song from elder abuse to where the hell is his wife? With all due respect, do your job, protect your husband. But at the same time, if he is removed from those duties, who's next in line? Lord have mercy. So those are emotional thoughts. But when we think logically, my question is, who's running this country right now? Who in fact is running this country right now? And nothing but Jesus is keeping this nation afloat. Because right now we are an easy target to our enemies. We don't have leadership. We do not have a strong leader. You don't have to like or respect your leader, but you have to have a leader that you know that when the crap hits the fan, he's not going to cower to a basement.
Right. So the bottom line is, whether you like Joe Biden or not, he is the president right now. And my prayer is that whoever is supporting him, and if the crap hits the fan, that the people who are behind him, help him make solid decisions. Please. So that we can survive. Have a life to live in this nation that used to be great. I'm not saying that America is going down and it's only it's it for America. I believe that we have a really good opportunity here to turn the tide around. And we have to do what we can to get the word out there and ask people to vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for, because that is between you and the Lord, and that's between you and your morals and your family. And I hope that you vote your morals and not your skin color and not your vagina. And when I say that, I know it's terse, but it's, I'm speaking, being a woman. I wanted Barack Obama in office because I'm a Black person, and you want the first woman in office because you're a woman. Voting that way has put us in a hurt lock, and so we need to pivot and change the way that we're thinking and vote who is going to be the best choice out of the two choices that had a friend who said, you know, when you're voting, you have poop and you have vomit. Like both are nasty. Which one do you choose? And I don't know which one is poop. I don't know which one is vomit. But out of the choices that we have, you know, I hope that you make the best choice that is, you know, for your family and for this nation that I hope that you love. And if you don't love this nation, then shame on you.